What is up, guys? We are live here at Pro Play Games with the Peter Cattani and set 9. Really fun. And you found a deck right off the bat that you really wanted to play. What was it?
It is Babidi. In every set, if it's mono black, I'm gonna play it. The Migra I played, Toa I played, Hachiak I played, and then I saw Babidi. I'm like, all right, mono black, we're going in it. Mono black's actually really easy because that's all it is. It's black cards. You don't gotta get check lands. You don't gotta go different colors. It's expensive.
Cards,
yeah, exactly.
The tech.
Never expensive.
Awesome.
But this leader is insane. If you don't go against red's probably the hardest matchup. This leader can probably beat everything. Babidi, auto. When it swings, you draw one card and then gain 5,000 for the duration of the turn. That's cute. We don't care. We awaken as fast as possible. His awaken, when you have no cards in hand, you take 2 life and draw 3 cards and flip this card over. Cool. So you basically start out with 5 cards on this side. Bam, and your boy got to get foiled. Auto, if you have no cards in the hand at the end of the turn, you draw up to 5. You pretty much always will have 5 cards in hand. Active main, not once per turn. This is huge. Choose 1 card from your hand, place it in your drop area, then choose 1 effect. You either suck up a battle card on your opponent's side of the field that's 3 or less and put it underneath him. So underneath him, it's going to stay underneath him forever. Let's say they have recursion in the grave like Hachiak, the blocker. You suck it up, now they can never bring out the blocker again. It has great interactions. Also, like the 1-drop Goku, you suck it up so their power burst can't grab it back. Really strong. And then the other ability is he'll gain 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So that's not bad. Let's say you have an extra card like a negate. You don't run that many extra cards, but it's stuck in your hand. You use his effect. Now it's a 5k power. Solid. So this leader you burst out your hand, you swing, you combo out your hand, you have no hand, then you're going to continue to do more. Now for the deck, it's really simple. It's theoretically a set 9 deck. You only play 1 card from a other set. Outside of that, you just make this deck off the set. Bandai really made a great job on this deck. I only play 3 of this 1-drop. It's the only time I ever want to play it on turn 1. Try to fix my hand to try to get the perfect curve, because in this deck you want Majin Buu 2-drop, 4-drop, and 6-drop. That's it. And I try to make that hand perfect, so I only play 3 of that. After turn 1, I'm probably never going to play this. I just charge it. So 3 of this guy. Next, we going to play 4 of the best card. Man, I should put this one on the side. That's not full yet. This is one of the best cards. When you play this card, and at least if you have 2 energy or more, you can grab 1 Buu, Pew Pew, Pew Pew, whatever that 2-drop is. Pew Pew. Well, I call it Pew Pew, whatever. And the other things it can grab. Oh, I also played Deborah. Thank you, man.
And Yakan.
Yeah, Yakan I'm never playing. That's irrelevant. You play it from the drop area and put it on the field. Amazing for 1 energy. You get like 2 energy value, but then you can't play another one this turn, which is balanced. That's okay. We don't care. Definitely 4 of this. It's a 1-drop, so your power burst grabs it back. This card is like 3rd MVP. Next is for power bursts. You do want to run negates. You only have 5 cards in hand, so like the turns that your opponent's going to try to push, you're going to just defend, grab your Babidi or whatever you need to grab. It's literally just to defend on your opponent's turn, so on your turn you can aggro again. Next is a really hard card because I believe it should be at 3. It's just I really want it in the grave as soon as possible. The only problem with a deck is if you draw these only extra cards. These are the only extra cards in your deck. If you draw too many opening hand, your guy can't flip because you really don't have a way to get rid of them in the hand. Like let's say you draw 4 extra cards. Kind of a mission to get rid of them. You gotta charge, try to waste this, but this is not a Babidi, a Majin Buu, so you can't activate this without having a Majin Buu on the board.
Well, it says choose up to 1 Majin Buu, actually.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure you can't activate it if there's nothing. There's no thing. I could be wrong.
Up to 1 means 0 too.
Maybe. If that's the case, you still gotta waste an energy.
Yeah, it's still annoying. Yeah, it's still annoying.
I feel like I should cut this. I'm still testing out with the deck, but so far the deck's been doing really good. I think 3 is going to be fine because you don't care about the active battle. It's the active main that's really good. For 2, if all your energy is black and this card is in your drop area, you can warp it and bring out a 2-drop Majin Buu from the drop area to the field. That is huge because once you see what the 2-drop does, it's everything. I do want to put this at 3 though. But right now we got 4, so we're going to rock it. Trust me, I'm probably going to put it at 3. Next, 2 Pew Pew. I can't say this card. Whatever.
Boy, boy.
15k barrier, 1-drop Babidi can bring it out. Against control decks, this card's amazing because its permanent is if you'll leader is black and you have 2 or less cards in your hand, your opponent can not activate counterplays. So then I hope stuff like that interact with your plays, like Chomp of the Trickster, can't activate. Super easy to do because once you're on this side, you're pretty much going to pitch to give him 5k, 5k, 5k until you have like 2 cards in hand, then safely play whatever you want to play. You don't have to care about counterplays. Really strong card. I only run 2. Maybe the third one's going to come out by taking out that extra card that I don't really want, but 2's been working out fine because in the matchups that I need it, it's easy to grab. Next is 4 super combos. This is the best one. You don't want the one that draws because we do want no cards in our hand. It's that simple. So this card, mid-late game, it swings for massive numbers because when you combo with this card, all your energy is black. If all your energy is black, when you combo with this card, it gains 1,000 for each card in your graveyard or warp. Really strong. All of a sudden, this thing becomes like a 20k with just one combo, so your opponent really has a hard time defending. Best super combo for Boo. Next is, we're gonna say the MVP. The main thing of this deck is everything about him. 2-drop, active main. If all your energy is black and you have no cards in hand, you really don't want to have any cards in hand when you play this guy. You can send this to the drop and then choose either 2 effects. If you have 2 or less energy, you can grab a 3 or 4 Majin Buu from the drop area and play it. So pretty cool. We do have 3 drops. We do have 4 drops. We're pretty much only going to go the 4, never the 3. And if you have 3 or more energy, his second effect is you can go from 3 to 6, which is huge because at that point it becomes a ride chain that people don't know yet how good and aggro this can be. So this card is everything of the deck. You pretty much want to start with it and go off from there. Next is this card, which I need a ruling. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong because it would be broken the way I'm thinking it is. But this is a 3-drop, so theoretically you can go into that, but you never do it. This card has a really interesting ability that active main, choose one Majin Buu card. Majin Buu card, doesn't say battle card, in your battle area. Now, I forgot what the rule. I'm sure there's battle area and leader area, so I'm sure this can't touch this leader. But I just gotta ask somebody. Don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. In the area, and place this card under it from your hand. If you have 1 card in your hand, basically this is the only card in your hand, you can put this underneath a Majin Buu and stand it. So my theory is, since it doesn't say battle card, I can stand this. Now I know how broken that sounds, so don't judge me. But even if that's not the case, this card is still ridiculous for other reasons. I'm gonna show you the combo plays that you can do with this. Just battle cards itself, standing them, that's just really good anyway. So we're fine on this card. This card is really good. 4 of, guys, 4 of. I'm playing 4 Deborahs. I like it. It's my Chomp of the Trickster. I'm a mono black deck, so why not? It's a counterplay. It's 3-drop, but if all your energy is black, reduce the energy cost of this from the hand or drop. Super sad is drop, but it's okay. Bobby can grab it by 1, so it's a 2-drop. Auto, during your opponent's turn, when you play this card, you can choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it cannot attack or activate its skill for the duration of the turn. So kind of cool. They play something like a 4-drop Shenron. You play this, you counterplay, and you shut off Shenron from activating. Cool. But if they play something like, when you play this card, draw a card, this auto can't catch it in time. So they'll play their card, I counterplay, so the counterplay comes in, but their auto's going to resolve before this one to stop that. So that doesn't happen. But it's okay. In other matchups, it's just really good. It's situational. Most of the time you're going to charge it, but in the matchups that you know, oh man, they're going to drop the 5-drop Frieza that minus 20 my board and stuff, can't deal with that. I gotta hopefully draw it off the 5 cards because you can never save cards in your hand. You're literally gonna burst out your hand and draw 5 new ones. So you're either gonna draw a negate or a counterplay to try to stop your opponent's next turn. That's what we got. We got 4 negates and 4 counterplays. It's all luck of what you draw on the 5 cards. Believe me, it's still good though. Good card. Next is the 4-drop that you can go into from the 2-drop. Just to make sure, you're never going to play this for 4. Ever. Please never play 4 of this. This 2-drop is now going to go into a 4-drop. Mind you, it goes between 3 and 6. Depends on how many energy you have. This guy has dual attack. Auto, when you play this card, all these people have this effect. All the Majin Buus afterwards have this effect. Once you play this card, for the rest of the turn, you can't play another copy of this card. Kind of cool. It's called balance. We're okay with that. Active main, if you have no cards in hand, you can choose a Majin Buu from your drop area between 3 and 6. That's black, by the way, not blue, or red. You can't play any of those cool colors. And play it on top of it. Play it on top. That's almost like evolving, but not evolving. It becomes situational at times, and I'm going to explain why soon. Next, we go into the 5-drops. I only play 3 of each 5-drops that I have. I'll tell you which each one does. This one has critical. This one has double strike. You can only play one a turn, so once you play it, you can't play another one. Again, it's called balance, and they all have the ability active main. If you have no cards in hand, you can choose a Majin Buu between 3 and 6 and play it. So theoretically, what happens is 2-drop, you swing, cool. If it lives, awesome. We're gonna put it in the drop area, bring out the 4-drop. Swing, swing. Okay, if it lives, you can play this over it and stand it. Cool, but the fact that it's over it, it stays underneath him. So he's not in the drop area until this leaves, which makes sense, like in case you play another 2-drop and you try to go in and you don't have another 4-drop because it's underneath here. That's why playing on top is kind of big. Another huge ruling on it is minus effects. So like red, when they minus, let's say I swing and the after image, minus 10 this, it's gonna be a 5K. So even if I play a card on top of it, it still keeps the minus. Surprisingly, I found that out. So it becomes a 15K. It doesn't hurt too much, but enough that it bothers me. So this was swing, and let's say it lives, you're gonna go into another 5-drop, swing, because it goes into active. That's awesome. And then you can still go into 6-drops, which I'm gonna show you the 6-drops now. Sorry, I'm making a mess. My bad. And the phone's ringing. Probably my girl. Let's see. Then for 6-drops, we got 3 of the dash pack. This card is insane. Its permanent is can't be removed. Your opponent can't remove this by skills. So leader, battle cards, extra cards, they can't remove it by skill, which is huge. It literally stays on the board. But the fact that if you minus 20, like let's say the draft pack Vegeta, minus 20 the board, that hurts because it minus 20 and game mechanic can remove it. Sad, but that's okay. Its auto is if your opponent plays a battle card that costs more than the energy he has, like so if they cheat out something, I can send this to the drop area to warp that card or choose any battle card and warp it. Not bad, cool, solid. So it becomes hindering against like successor decks, or let's say even Demigro Overrun 5 play like a 10-drop. It's like, you don't have 10 energy. Okay, get rid of it so it never swings. Solid. But the main thing of the deck is Majin Buu. I play 4 because this is the card I want on turn 2. I'm gonna show you that little combo real quick. But this Majin Buu is a 6-drop. Permanent, can't be removed from the battle area by opponent's skill. Solid. Has a permanent that while it's rested, that's very important. So like if it's not tapped, this effect doesn't work. But while it's rested, your opponent cannot add cards from their deck to their hands by non-leader skills. So leader, when it swings, draws, or their game mechanic when they draw for turn, that's fine. They can draw like that. But super combos, when you combo, draw a card, that doesn't work. Or anything that searches the deck and adds to the hand, that doesn't work. So this does stop a lot and puts like pressure on your opponent. Then he has a really cool ability, active main. For 3, this card gains 10,000 and triple strike for the duration of the turn, which is huge because you can bring this out in turn 2, and by turn 3 you can swing and do this. Your opponent defends, that's okay. Why? Because we have little combos like let me show you, where we can stand it. We'll play 3, they defend somehow, that's fine. Stand it again, it already has 10k and triple strike, swing again. That is huge. The main thing that you want on turn 2 is the Holy Grail. You want to pitch your hand. This is literally all you want to see on turn 2 are these cards. This is what you're going to mulligan for all the time, because by turn 2, if you can bring this out and have no hand, which is fine because your leader, you just combo out everything. Cool, flip, play this guy. Swing, this is in the grave, bring it out. Swing, swing, this is in the grave, bring it out. Swing last time. It's rested, so on your opponent's next turn, let's say you went first, on the next turn, turn 2, they have no way to search. And it's just a monster of a deck. I actually watched the whole Boo series to watch, and I feel like I'm actually just playing a full Boo deck because it just destroys your opponent. If it's not red, I don't think there's a deck that actually can survive his onslaught. Mind you, like when I swing, I'm comboing out my hand to go out to, you know, no cards in hand, which becomes a 35k swinger, and it's just like, all right, I have to take the hit. Nasty card. You think 5 cards is not enough to defend, but like honestly, when playtesting, my life is totally fine. It's usually 6 because I have to take 2 for Awaken. After that, my opponent is just trying to save up to defend. Great deck. You gotta try it out. It looks simple, but once you play, you're like, this deck is nuts. If you're not going against red, you should win.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Peter, for the in-depth analysis and the gameplay and the combos. If you want to see more content like that, I'm sorry we haven't been on YouTube as much, but the Patreon is really going to show you more competitive decks. We got Invoker, we got Successor, we got cooler. We got everything. We've been playtesting everything here at PBG, trying to figure out the format for you for the upcoming format, because Series 9 is insane.
A lot.
We love it. And there's so much to cover, and we're covering it for you on the Patreon. Check it out down below. PBG DBS. Till next time, see you guys.